Hello everyone and welcome to the STEM Talk Show. Today's episode is going to be all about maths. Before I begin, I'm going to remind everyone that as always, please mute your microphones. This show will be recorded and uploaded later on on the Age Girls Network YouTube channel for you to see later as well. If you have any questions in between the show, please type it in the chat window and we will be happy to answer it. If you experience connectivity issue, please turn off the video and you will be able to hear better. So today with us is an expert in mathematics. Professor is a lecturer at the Department of Mathematics, Statistics and Computer Sciences of Federal University of Agriculture. She graduated with first-class honors in industrial maths and holds a master's degree in applied mathematics, both from University of Benin, Nigeria. She also holds a PhD degree from University of Agriculture, Nigeria. Thank you so much, Professor, for joining us today. Before I begin, I would like you to please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Chinwendu Emilian Madubueze. I had my first degree from University of Benin, University of Benin, Benin City, Nigeria, and also my second degree. I did my PhD in University of Agriculture. I started working in 2012, May. Immediately after my work, I started my PhD in the same institution. I studied mathematics. Right now, my area of mathematics is more of biomathematics, the application of mathematics to disease.
Thank you. Favor, thank you for joining us on the show. And I will you please ask the professor the questions you had for her?
Good afternoon. My first question is, apart from buying and selling, which other ways can one apply mathematics outside the classroom?
Okay. There are so many applications of mathematics outside the classroom. For example, in modeling of disease, controlling of infectious diseases. Let's, for example, the coronavirus. Many mathematicians are modeling and using differential equation, which is part of applied mathematics, and forecast when the disease will end and what will be the number of people that will be infected at the end of the day. That is one of application of mathematics. In another area, too, in industry, you make use of mathematics. For example, Coca-Cola industries, for example, in mathematics, they used to schedule how many bottles of Coca-Cola Pepsi that will be produced, and that makes use of a simultaneous equation. In a higher level, we'll call it operation research. Another way you can also use mathematics, when you come to computer that we know, computer scientists are from mathematics. There are so many different you can use mathematics to get. It's mathematics that are used to analyze them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Favor, what's your next question?
From your profile, I observed that growing up, life wasn't so easy for you financially. Could you please tell me the strategies you put in place to develop your mathematical skills despite challenges?
Okay, like growing up as a child, as for primary 4, that was when I got to know that I love mathematics. That is the time I know that I cannot do without mathematics, because then in primary 4, I was actually solving primary 6 mathematics using their common entrance textbooks. So I now found out that I don't read any other thing apart from mathematics. And one of the things that put me through is that I don't just look at the formulas. I try to understand the formulas. I try to solve many problems with the formula so that the formula I will get used to it. So with that, I have that desire. And when I come across solving a problem and getting the answer, I feel so happy about it. So I desire to solve more difficult questions with those formulas, to understand it better, and also to be able to teach to someone what the topic is all about. So as a child, I just have love for mathematics right from primary 4. And that was when I determined that if it's not mathematics, I don't know where any other place I can be if it's not mathematics. So that's how it started. So I can take it that it just started just within me. It's not as if that somebody that says this is what you like. I just see myself loving solving mathematics. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Favor, what's your next question?
The decimal counting system is very popular to us. Does it mean that other counting systems are not too necessary?
Okay. The decimal counting system is what is mostly used all over the world, because when you look at the decimal counting system, has to do with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and system. Numbers are based in base 10. For example, the computer we use is the numbers are based in decimal counting system. Other numbers can be used. That is why when you have binary number, they are converted to decimal counting system. Number can be counted to binary number, which is in 0 and 1. But for the ones we are using now in decimal counting system, other ones can work, but everything is built around the decimal counting system. So that is why that is what we are mostly used all over the world, almost all over the world. That's what's being used. Other counting system, it depends on the country. They have an Egyptian counting system. That is in their own country. But for this part of the world, this is what we are using. And that is what the mathematics is built upon for now.
So, Axel, what's your question?
My first question for you is, have you ever used mathematics to solve a major problem in places like your community, school, or workplace, etc.? If yes, could you please tell us?
Yes, it depends. Like for my area of mathematics, I use mathematics to solve how to control the spread of a disease. The spread of it, like the case of Ebola virus disease, that was during my PhD. My PhD was how to control the disease using mathematical models. And the mathematical models are part of mathematics. So for the results from that situation can be used to predict for other diseases. But right now, I'm also working on a mathematical model of coronavirus, how to predict the spread of how many people that will be infected at the end of the day in Nigeria in using mathematical model. So it's not particularly that I've used it in my community, but I've done work that can be applied to my community. I have done work that can be applied to my community. I also solve a problem, how to control Lassa fever using mathematical model.
That's amazing. Wow.
My second question for you is, has mathematics ever helped you to make a major life decision? If yes, could you please share?
I was trying to explain that to making a life decision, one of them is when I was in SS2. When I decided that I'm going to read mathematics, it was when I was kind of married out that I should get married because of feeling that I may not have a hope of going to university. And also, I almost accepted that, but my classmates, most of my classmates, I should remember my dream that I want to have a theory that will name after my name. So after those thoughts and everything inside, that this is my life and my future, that I should think about it, because I told me, it doesn't matter how it is now, that things will get better. So after the discussion, then I told my parents that I'm not going to give up, that I have to go to school, that marriage will come after. So that was how I decided to take it serious. Then for the course reading mathematics, when I finished secondary school, writing JAM first, second, I wrote JAM first, second. I was not getting up to the cutoff mark to study engineering, not mathematics. My plan was to study petrochemical engineering in Federal University of Technology, Owerri. Why? Because they told us those days in secondary school that if you are good in mathematics, you are going to be good in engineering courses. So that was my aim of going into engineering. I put very well. I put in mathematics without telling anybody that I'm going in for mathematics. So when the admission came out, I got admission in University of Benin to study mathematics. And when I told my brother, because my brother promised me that I should not get married, that he would train me. So when I told my brother, he said, I cannot read mathematics. There are so many other things to read. If you are good in mathematics, you go and read engineering, not mathematics. That if you read mathematics, you will come out to be a math teacher, secondary school teacher, primary school teacher. Is that what you are going to be at the end of the day? And I told him that there is mathematics that I want to read. If not mathematics, nothing else. He said I should get ready to write another JAMB. So I told him that it's maths or nothing. So after like 1 week, he said, okay, you can go ahead
and I understand, yes, we do have this illusion that if someone is good at mathematics, they will automatically do engineering. But in mathematics, is a wonderful field of its own. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, thank you so much, Axel. Thank you, Favor. Idobi, welcome to the show and thank you for joining us today. What's your first question to the professor?
Question is, as a math specialist, what has been your greatest accomplishment?
Okay, my greatest accomplishment is to award by German agency, but this German agency, this is the Third World Academy of Science. 3 months for young researchers from developing country to go to Germany for a research visit to go and work with a professor for 3 months. So I put in for the application and I got the award. So the award is for me to go there under somebody's supervision and do some research with the person. It's like a collaboration work. So that is one of the greatest accomplishments so far. So getting that award was the greatest thing that have ever happened to me. And also my greatest accomplishment is first degree industrial mathematics, because I know I had so many challenges in school growing up, but coming out with first class was also one of the biggest things, one of the things I can never forget in my life.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Adobe, what's your next question?
Thank you for the question. So my second question is, what finds it hard to understand some mathematical formulas? Do you have any advice on how we can easily understand or remember those formulas?
Okay. My advice in to understand the formulas and how you can easily understand the formula is that using it. You keep using it. Don't just base in your exercise book. When the teacher teaches, after the classes, you should go home. In each of mathematics textbook, they used to have exercises, and some of them have answers behind. So after the teaching, after the class, you go back to those textbooks, pick questions, follow the same method you were given, solve as much as you can, at least 10 questions from each of these topics. By the time you keep solving these questions, you will know the formula better. And you understand both difficult and easiest one. And when you solve such questions, you look at the back, whether you have a solution. Now, nowadays, there are so many video online learning in secondary school teaching and both primary school. Those videos can also explain better further for you so that you can understand those formulas very well. And another thing is that try to know how those formulas are formed. Not just, I see the formula, I look at it, I already know how they form those formulas. When you know how they form those formulas, you will not forget each stages of these formulas. So that will guide you to remember this formula and also know how to use it.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful tip. So, Adobe, what's your next question?
My third question is, are you going to do the same mathematics you do in a high institution, or does it get?
Yes, mathematics is not going to be tougher in university, but most of the mathematics you are doing in secondary school, you may not do them in university, unless you are doing further mathematics. If you are doing further mathematics in secondary school, that further mathematics is the mathematics that you meet in 100 level when you enter university. That is why I used to advise people that even if you are not going to do mathematics as a course, it's good that you do further mathematics in secondary school. So that you are reading mathematics twice again, because the maths you do for WAEC, ordinary mathematics that you do, it's not the same mathematics you are going to do in university, because there is nothing like geometry, triangle, square. There's nothing like, the only thing that you can meet in university is You meet quadratic equations. You meet inequalities. Then apart from that, the other things you meet, they are in further mathematics. If you are doing further mathematics, you come across differentiation, integration, complex number, matrix. Those are the mathematics you do in 100 level, first semester and second semester. But it's not tougher, it's very easy. Because you know, in life, as you are moving further, your level of understanding is also increasing. As you are moving, your level of understanding is also increasing. So that is why I'm saying that is not difficult. It's easy to understand. But it's not, because I'm talking from experience. I wrote JAM, mathematics in JAM, and mathematics in JAM is 100 level mathematics, further mathematics. If you look at JAM very well, 50% of JAM questions are further mathematics questions. Now, those mathematics, I read it on my own. I didn't attend any class. Do you understand? I didn't attend any class. I read it on my own. Maybe because I'm in so much love in mathematics. But I feel that anybody can understand it, provided you have interest in it. So don't be scared of the mathematics you meet in university, because it's as easy as the one you are doing now. And as a scientist, you cannot do science without mathematics. You can't do science without mathematics.
Thank you so much. So true. You really can't do anything without mathematics, actually. So, Toby, do you have any other question?
So my fourth question is, what inspirational message would you give young girls to inspire them to pursue STEM?
Okay. For the young girls coming up, you know, in secondary school, nobody wants to hear about mathematics. When you talk about mathematics, no, mathematics is difficult. But my dear, mathematics is not difficult. Mathematics is very easy. And mathematics I have met so many people because of mathematics. There are a lot of things in mathematics that we need ladies to come in. We need young girls to come in. It's no longer those days that mathematics is left for men. Mathematics is for everybody now. I even feel that women do mathematics better than men. For young girls, there are so many job opportunities for you, apart from teaching. There are so many job opportunities for young girls. And most of the things now, if you look at some of the applications now, if you look at application, they would say that women are more encouraged. Why is it women are more encouraged? Because they need women, because they feel that women are lacking in STEM. And mathematics is part of it, that women are. So for the youngest, don't be scared of mathematics. Mathematics is as easy as whatever it is. All you need to do is to be focused. Have a mentor. You should have a mentor. And when it comes to mentorship, mentorship can be a male or a female can be your mentor. But when it comes to, maybe for example, in a career-wise, mathematics will give you so many opportunities. So for young girls, don't be scared of mathematics. You are welcome to do mathematics, and you do it better than even men desire it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I would just like to ask, academics is not on the only career for mathematicians out there, right? So I would just like to ask for everyone that what do you think a mathematician can pursue other than academics?
Other thing that a mathematician can pursue, they can work in industry. They can work in industry. They can also work in any establishment, not just in academics. They can be in a research institution. They can be researching about, like when you go to stock exchange is mathematics, is a financial mathematics. Those stock exchange that we see, even when we listen to news, things that you see that pay background about it is mathematics, a financial mathematics. So apart from in the classroom, you can work in a stock exchange company. You can work in agency, research institution, where they do research, scientific research agency. You can also work in industry, quality control, products where they produce that has to do with quality, quantity. You can also work in pharmacy, pharmaceutical companies. So apart from the academics, Those are the things you can work to. Like I myself, I can be a consultant to WHO. I can be a consultant to NCDC because I can apply mathematical model to infection diseases. So there are so many other. When you look at NCDC, Nigerian Center of Disease Control, it's not just everybody there are not medical doctors. There are people that is biomathematicians. There are biostatisticians. There are people from biologists. There are so many of them. They are all work together. So anywhere science exists, a mathematician will also be there.
Interesting. That is actually very interesting and enlightening for all of us. That we always think mathematician is in the classroom, but as you mentioned, it's everywhere. You have mentioned a lot of your great accomplishments, including the work you're doing for coronavirus, the publications you have done for Ebola. I would like to ask you that as a woman in STEM and as a movement in mathematics, what was your greatest challenge in life so far? Do you think you faced any biasness against you in work or in life as for being a woman in STEM?
Graduates with first class, they are supposed to retain you as a graduate because you came out with first class. So because of that, I went back there to do my M.Sc so I can have the job opportunity. But when I got there, I couldn't get the job. And it's not just not getting the job. That hurt me so much is that when I met the bossa then, which happens to be a woman, I met almost all the principal officers except the VC of the school. They say my application is there. But when I met the woman, I was pregnant. The woman told me, are you going to be? That was when I said, if a woman will be saying this, what will a man look at me as? If a woman will tell me that I have to give birth before I look for a job, I have to finish nursing my child before I look for a job. Me, I feel that the woman is not helping me as a woman. It's kind of discouraging me from doing that. So that's one of the challenges I faced during that period. But I never give up. Then in my workplace too, I have made so many male colleagues. I say, okay, I want us to be researching together, things like this. They will never come back to you. So I keep asking myself, is it because I am a woman or what? And when I look very well, it's not as if they are far, far, far better than me like that. But I keep telling myself, is it this woman thing that is making them to look down on me or something like that? I remember when I did my PhD proposal. I started my PhD 2013. I did the proposal 2015. One of my colleagues told me that, what are you doing? Is it now you are doing your proposal? So it's a kind of, you are delaying. Then I just had a child then. I had my second baby. I had my three children doing my PhD. So I was telling my colleague, please, I am not in a competition race with you. I'm a woman. I move at my own pace. So as a woman, there are a lot of things because people see you that you need to do this, you need to face your family, that you are running, you are competing with them. But I feel that that aspect of a woman, I feel there is still something that I feel there is still a problem to most of us coming up as a woman. Because that is the question I keep asking the seniors when I see them. Also, managing a family with being academics is also not easy. And I had the first one doing my M.Sc. So that means that all my reading aspects, I was having my children then. It has never been easy for me. The challenges is that reading, nursing the baby, and everything. And also, where I stay alone. My husband works in another state. So, coping with that one it was not easy. But I keep telling myself, I'm a woman, I can do it. I can do that. And also, another challenge I had is going for conferences. When I want to go for conferences, I think about what will I do to my children. Anytime I want to go for conference, because he's not here, we'll position his leave during the period I will travel. So that his leave will fall within the period of my conferences. So that when I'm not around, he's around to take care of the children. But when it's not like that, I invite my mom.
I invite my mother to come around. I look for a car to take my children to school. So those are the things, challenges I face as a woman within that period. There are a lot of them, but these are the few I can mention.
Thank you so much, Professor. That were all the questions I had. If no one else from the audience have any more questions, we're going to now conclude the show. I would just like to say thank you to the professor once again. And I'm going to...
Excuse me, please, I have a question.
Yeah, sure, please, to ask.
Were you ever able to achieve your dream of having a theory named after you?
No, I'm in the process. I'm not yet there.
We're all hooting for you, seriously. We hope that you will have a theory named after you really soon. And we believe you will be, because just looking at what you've done so far. Do we have any other questions?
No, we do not.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Professor. I am going to end this conversation with a quote from an Iranian mathematician, Mariam. She said, "I like crossing the imaginary boundaries people set up between different fields. It's very refreshing. There are loads of tools and you don't know which one would work. It's about being optimistic and trying to connect things." This is what the professor has been trying to tell us as well, that mathematics is not linked only to the classroom. We talk between fields, they work with researchers, they work in industries. They are the ones who are helping us do medical research. They're helping us to take the industry forward. Computer sciences is nothing without mathematics. Honestly, even research is nothing without mathematics. So the fundamental of it all, and we're hoping that someday soon we will have a theory named after the professor, and we can proudly say that we actually talked to her one day. We're very proud of you, and I think Nigeria is proud of you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. That would be all.
Thank you, ma'am.